What made you even listen to the Carters?
Oh, just because the fucking ape shit came out. I was like, wow, this is terrible. I wonder how bad the rest of it is. It's like this. It's like if you was driving to work and then you heard on the radio, it's like, yeah, it's a really bad accident on the other side of the highway. You gonna peek.
Right.
You gonna peek. And so I heard the ape shit. I was like, wow. This is really bad. And I was like, well, let me see. And I was just like, that's why I said skim, because I was like, all right, play. Yo, that's bad. Play. That's even worse. Play. Nah, I haven't listened to the whole thing. I listened to all of the other shits though.
So you couldn't even find, in what you heard in the Carters, you couldn't even find one song that you deemed Okay.
No.
Okay. So I ain't missing nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening, downloading, and subscribing to the latest edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm 12 Kyle. Check this out. On this podcast, we're talking hip hop 101. That's right. We're just going to chop it up. I got the homie Eclectik coming through, and this is volume 1. We had a long conversation, so we had to split it up in a couple of volumes, but on this particular episode, we're going to talk about, amongst other things, the new rap album from Jay Z and Beyoncé. Is Jay Z washed up? We're also going to talk about the beef, if you will, between Pusha T and Drake. And we'll actually give you a look and a spin and a take on how this beef may have been settled in the 80s and 90s. And should JPrince have even stuck his nose into this affair? That and much more. So sit back, relax. We'll drop the theme music. Again, this is volume 1. So let's get the podcast jumping. Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, back again in the building. I got my man. You know him. You love him. He is the guy that famously walked into his high school and said, freeze. Music, please.
Where was I?
Eclectik is in the building. E, what up, man?
Where was I? Oh, yes. Listen, it's good to be back on the podcast. I've been slipping. I've been slipping. I haven't been on your show. I haven't done either of my shows.
You haven't done any, for real.
And that's what happened. Let me explain. This is what happened. So I haven't been doing, like I said, your show, my show, and people saw that it was a lane. Mm-hmm. People said, fuck, Eclectik is not putting out content. Right. So they found that out. Kanye was like, well, I'm dropping 9 albums then if the new podcast is not dropping. And then they was like, the Eclectic Discussion podcast is not coming out yet. And they're like, nah. What about Encyclopedia Hip Hop? Nah. And then Sean was like, yo, B, let's go in the studio. We're dropping the album. And so, I mean, everybody, and so, I'm chilling. It's hot outside. Right. It's summer. I'm preparing for football season, but like I said, I'm not dropping podcasts, and all of a sudden it's Escobar season again. So I'm back to take the crown. There you go. I'm back to get the attention back on me, and what better way is to do it on this podcast, and then I'll drop mine soon.
You need to, man, because it's been. It's funny you mention it. It's been a minute, man. It's been, you were on here just a couple months ago, but it's been just about as long since the last time that you dropped the podcast, even on your joint. And the EDP, man, have we even gotten an EDP episode this year?
Yeah, we got EDPs. I went back and I was doing the, what's the name of the joints? I remember when.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was doing those with people that remember those joints. So, but let me calm down. Let me relax. Look, so I'm back, and I get back on the Encyclopedia Hip Hop. We still count down to 50 story rhymes. Mm-hmm. And I got some other. I have an incredible idea, and once I do this is going to change. It's going to change the hip hop podcast game as we know it.
Okay.
So, well, I'm going to do that shit. But anyway, look, I'm back. Thank you for having me on the show. What are we talking about today? Are we going ape shit? Are we talking?
we kicking the ballistic, but we can start right there.
Yo, how is it that anybody refers to any type of, monkey, baboon, and everybody's up in the roar, but ape shit comes out and people like, oh yeah, well, that's the shit. I mean, isn't she kind of calling people apes a little bit?
Now, for those listening that don't know what we're talking about, we're referring to the new Carter's album that just came out recently. Everything is Love.
The thing is, we're only going to touch on this briefly because Mr. Kyle's never heard it, and I don't think anybody should hear it. So,
damn.
So we're not going to spend a lot of time on this. But you did hear ape shit.
I did hear it briefly. Maybe about
you didn't watch the video?
Nah. I think somebody posted something on the timeline. And, I'm in and out of the timeline on Twitter, and I clicked the link and I heard of whatever. I heard Beyonce. I guess was she rapping? I guess that's what that was.
If that is what they pass as rapping these days, sure, yes.
So it was okay, I guess.
It was. Stop that. Stop that. You're not gonna be backstage with me
so
and tell me, and then get on and then come out on the stage like, nah, it was all right. You're right.
It was whack. It's just I think, and I've explained this to people at this point because when the album dropped last week, at the time of this recording, it dropped last Saturday, and people ask, and I sent out a tweet. I was like, well, that's good that they made the album, I guess. And I said something to the effect of, I have no interest in listening to the album. And I had a couple people hit me up like, yo, why you not going to listen to it? And I'm like, and I simply said, at this point, Jay Z, he's not making music that I want to hear. At this point, and you and I talked about this before, I'm not going to tell him to retire, but there's nothing that he's going to make that makes me want to just be like, yo, I gotta go get that Jay Z. When
was the last time you felt like, yo, I gotta go get that Jay Z? I gotta spend money on that Jay Z. When was the last time you felt like that? Whether you were right or wrong after the fact, when was the last time you felt like that?
I'd probably say the last time I felt like that was American Gangster. That was the last time that I felt like that.
Okay. That's strong. That's strong.
And to be honest, man, I think, and I did a podcast on Jay Z's discography. I
know you were so wrong on that, by the way. Then you had like American Gangster like third or some shit.
Yeah, American Gangster was high on my list. But I think he's at the point, and I get it. He's matured. He's damn near 50. He's married. He's got children. So I get it. He's not necessarily gonna be rapping, about where I'm from or wherever like that, or who you with. But the problem that I have with Jay Z is, the flow. The flow is just gone. Like you tweeted something earlier, and I retweeted it about. You tweeted the first time that you heard Jay, and
the originators, Jazz, Jay Z.
Exactly. And to be honest, that's the first time that I heard him. And no, I don't expect Jay Z to go back to the rapidy rap, the fast rap, the DOS effects, bum stiggity raps that he was doing.
Shit, bum stiggity.
Which a lot of people stole, by the way, but that's another story.
Everybody stole. DOS effects is one of the most influential rap groups in hip hop history.
Got bitten so bad. But that's another story for another day. But
we can get into that later.
But yeah, man, it is at this point he's not making music that I find appealing. So I'm good. I'm not, if he wants to make songs and make albums with his wife and go on tour, I have my own personal thoughts about that, which I'll tell you in a second. But, like I said, there's nothing to make me say, okay, I gotta hear this Jay Z. So what about you? When's the last album where you like, I gotta hear it?
The Blueprint.
Not even the Black Album?
All right, so this is the story about the Black Album.
Okay.
The pomp and circumstance about the Black Album, about it coming out, about it being his last album, and they're doing all this behind the scenes of the recording. He's sitting in there with Timbaland acting a fool and everything. So I'm like, okay, I take it back. So I was like, I gotta hear it because this is his last album, and up until that point, he had a pretty strong. If he would have stopped there,
agreed.
Might have been top 3.
Okay.
Might have been top 5. He can't be 3. Might have been top 5.
Gotcha.
Overall.
Gotcha.
Not lyricist, but overall. If he would have stopped there, the Black Album, yeah. Anyway. But to make a long story short, I hated the Black Album. So
wow.
When I finally heard it, I was like, okay, so it is time. Okay, well done.
Right.
Salute. I was like, hey, for our last album, and we're gonna get off of Jay Z in a second. But speaking of this, that was 2003.
That was a long time ago.
That was 15 years ago.
Shit.
How old are your children?
Cameron will be 16 next month.
Exactly.
Wow.
So me having that feeling after hearing the Black Album, which is the same feeling that people had a year earlier when they heard the Blueprint 2. Mm-hmm. But I happen to like the Blueprint 2.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
So, these coming back to back, people was like, yeah, all right, well, cool. Or people was like, hey, going out on a high note, the Black Album's the shit. Whichever way you want to look at it. 3 years later, he comes back with Kingdom Come. It's like, why? That was the equivalent of Jordan playing for the Wizards, retiring, and then coming back to play for the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies.
Shout
out to Mike Dickerson.
My man retires. It's like, oh man, we miss Mike. He's like, I'm coming back again. Like, word for the Wizards. What? Okay. And he's like, but he's still balling. But it's the team. The team ain't what it needs to be. Right. And he ain't the fast. He's like, I'm out. And then he come back 3 years later at the ripe age of 43. Like, yeah, me and the fucking big country. Right. It's about to tear it down.
We about to win a chip.
And they go 2 for 80.
Right.
Anyway,
left a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
But no, I feel you, man. The long story short, the card.
He's 0 for 3 on the best of both worlds. Is basically what's going down.
Yes, and
he's 0 for 3.
You and I talked on previous podcasts about the best of both. And when I heard that the album came out, I was like, man, this ain't nothing but the best of both worlds, part 3. I was like, nah, the only thing's missing is Kells. Yeah. I was like, nah, I'm good. Yeah. Before I get off Jay Z and his wife Beyonce, quick question. Since I don't want to say we because I didn't participate, but since we got Lemonade, which was her story, we got 444, which was his story.
Yeah.
And then we got the everything is love, meaning, okay, we back together, we good, whatever the case may be.
Mm.
Is that too much? Now, I know you're not married, but is that too much as far as like just, like, because I think, and here's where I'm going.
Mm.
I always said, at least a few years ago, I felt like one of the things that I liked about Jay Z and Beyonce's marriage is that I knew very little about it, right? Mm. And then so, circumstances happen, he cheats and she goes and puts him on blast and he puts himself on blast and now their whole marriage is on blast. Is that too much? Because that just, it seems to me like it's overkill.
So the short answer is yes.
Okay.
The medium answer is, so she drops Lemonade, this nigga drops iced tea, and now they just dropped Arnold Palmer. So they got the Chick-fil-A half and half.
Right, half and half.
The thing is, you would think the way that they're doing things, they're not popular.
Okay.
You would think that the way that they're doing things, that they're not them. These albums and subject matter are grasps at attention and the things that people who are trying to go viral or what. These are desperate acts. When you're doing half naked in the bed pictures.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up.
That's desperate. That's desperate, thirsty shit. That's not what billionaires do. we
ain't never seen Bill Gates naked.
No, stop it.
Right.
This society, hip hop, R&B, period, is garbage. And it's due to the fact that nothing is private anymore. On purpose. Here's the thing. We have, and I mentioned this before, we have too much access to celebrities, politics. I could not imagine being, fucking however old I am, and like, look, hey, Ronald Reagan, let's trickle down economics. This is stupid. And he like, oh, word? So what do you suggest? I'm like, you can't talk to, you should never talk
to the president.
And I should never be able to, we used to write fan letters. You get an address in the back of Black Beat magazine, and I'm writing to Lisa like, yo, she's never getting that email.
Right. And you knew that in the back of your mind. She was never going to see it.
And if she did, she's not writing back. And if I went to saw her in concert, she wouldn't be like, oh, you the dude that sent the such and such. Meanwhile, now, if you get like the VIP backstage pass to see Nicki Minaj and be like, oh, yo, I'm at such and such. Like, oh, I remember you. You the one that posted the GIF of. Like, you should don't ever know me. Right. Celebrities are not supposed to know you, and you should not be able to get in contact with them like that. And also, we shouldn't be volunteering personal information and personal. Listen. Now, look, I will preface this by saying I know that I'm slime, and I'm a terrible human being. But I even go on Twitter, and when I see people be like, "Hey, please, if y'all can send some prayers for my cousin sick," I'm like, why? I don't care about I don't know you. I don't know your cousin. I don't care. If they're so fucked up, you should be with them instead of typing on the fucking Twitter. What are you doing? Why are you? Oh man, mental illness is if you are that mentally ill, why are you tweeting? Go to counseling or something.
Man, you preaching to the choir now.
And people, so back to Beyonce. Hey, he cheated. Hey, I didn't need to know that.
Right.
That's y'all business.
Right.
We would have never known people would have said, hey, I think he cheated. It was like, but we don't know. Also don't care. Why are you putting that out here? Hey, everybody, I rap like this, I rap like that. My mother's a lesbian. So, nigga, who gives a shit that your mother's a lesbian?
I'm trying to picture Ashford and Simpson doing a song about cheating on each other.
Yeah. Unsolid.
Yeah, we're not solid no more.
Soluble. We're liquid.
Gosh.
Like,
man.
Why?
I don't
why
understand, man. I don't understand the appeal. I just don't.
It's so dumb. I hate everything.
I mean, take it from a married guy. I mean, like, yeah, there's just some things. Well, I'm not gonna say some things. There's a lot of things that I'm just not gonna tweet about my marriage.
That's like you getting on the Twitter tomorrow, like ... You always got to start with ... She ain't even come home last night.
Yeah.
Comma. I'm fed up, y'all.
Right. Tired of this bullshit.
What y'all think I should do? You know I love my kids. Here's a picture. Like, yo.
Man, if you ever see me do that, jump in the car, jump on a plane, come to Atlanta, and slap the shit out of me, man. It goes back to just something we used to hear all the time. Like, keep your business in the house. And I always say this. Everything's not meant for public consumption. It's just
almost nothing is meant for public consumption. That's the thing. The only things that are truly meant for public consumption are the things that are done in the public.
Right. Yeah. And then I see this all the time on Facebook where people, oh man, people are always in my business. Well, you post everything on Facebook. How are we not supposed to be in your business?
Hey man, I mean. I just can't imagine, like, my mother, I'm a little kid, we had social media back then, like, ... You gotta start ... Look like I'm out to buy all the Christmas presents because this nigga ain't even cared about his son. Hashtag deadbeat. Hashtag buying all the Transformers.
Hashtag mom's the real MVP.
Yeah. Jeez. What the fuck?
Oh man. Oh, that's so funny. You know what? Let's move on.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's been a minute since we've talked. So here recent, I mean, we talk just about every day on Twitter, but it's been a minute since we've been on the podcast. I almost feel funny saying it.
Oh shit!
The Pusha T Drake quote unquote beef.
Oh shit! We're going to beef mode.
Yeah. What'd you make of that, man?
Okay. First off, the song count is 2-1. The song count is 2-1
in favor of.
No, it's literally only 3 songs.
Okay, gotcha.
You can't count subliminal shots that was done 10 years ago. And the Infrared came out, the Duppy Freestyle came out, and then Nigga You Got a Child came out, whatever the fuck name of that song
Story
is.
of Adnan.
Yeah, Adidas.
Yeah.
So
Story of Adidas.
So, in my opinion, and this is not shared by anybody else, but in my opinion, I think that Drake had the best song of the 3.
Okay.
So if you rebuke me for working with someone else on a couple of V's, what do you really think of the nigga that's making your beats? I've done things for him I thought that he never would need. Father had to stretch his hands out and get it from me. I pop style for 30 hours, then let him repeat. Now you popping up with the jokes, I'm dead, I'm asleep. I just left from over by y'all putting pen to the sheets. Tired of sitting quiet and helping my enemies eat. Keep getting temperature checks, they know that my head overheats. Don't know why the fuck you niggas listen to Denim and Steve. Must have had your infrared wrong, now your head in a beam. Y'all are the spitting image of whatever jealousy breeds. Don't push me when I'm in album mode. You're not even top 5 as far as your label talent goes. You send shots, well I gotta challenge those. But I bring calicos to the Alamo. I could never never have a Virgil in my circle and hold him back cause he makes me nervous. I wanna see my brothers flourish to their higher purpose. You niggas leeches and serpents, I think it's good and now the teachers are learning. Yeah, your brother said it was your cousin and him then you. So you don't rap what you did, you just rap what you knew. Don't be ashamed, there's plenty niggas that do what you do. There's no malice in your heart, you an approachable dude. Man, you might have sold to college kids for Nike and Mercedes, but you act like you sold drugs for Escobar in the 80s. I had a microphone of yours, but then the signature faded. I think that pretty much resembles what's been happening lately. Please believe your demise.
I also think that this was damn close to the spirit of battle rhymes. See, there's a difference between battle records and battling. What these new guys, what they're doing with we're on the stage and we're gonna rap and we take turns and both of us gonna talk about guns for 5 minutes. That's all they fucking do.
Facts. Yeah. How many times I can kill you in a zone?
Yeah, I got it. And my arms are heavy, and these guns go blast, and my guns are hot, and your guns are cold. Okay, man. You got guns, man. And all my shooters got shooting. All right, but anyway, in my opinion, that's not the real battle, and that is not what we came to do. Back in the day, because I got to get off my lawn hat on.
Go ahead, put your hat on.
The rappers would get on the stage and rhyme against each other in the same way, but it was majority of it off the top of the head.
Facts.
And people are like, how do you know? I know this is because when I'm watching and when I'm hearing the person that's rapping about what the person got on.
Right.
And or they're rhyming in response to what they just said about them. So I know it was just like, yeah, and you ain't nothing but a fucking skeezer. Well, I'm a skeezer. Well, you like, that's how it was, Shantae. But but this was close because Infrared came out. Pusha T pushed out Infrared.
Your rap songs is all trying my patience. Them prices ain't real without inflation. Hot and fluid, I done grew it. Been a conduit. More than 9 bags on my bitches, I done blew it. See through it, neck E-glue it. Hablan, Espanol, I eat to it. Let Steven talk streaming in Shazam numbers. I'll ensure that you getting every gram from us. Let's cram numbers. Easily, the only rapper sold more dope than me was Eazy-E. How could you ever right these wrongs when you don't even write your songs? But let us all play along. We all know what niggas for real been waiting on. Push.
And then Drake, next day later.
No, same day. 8 hours later.
Okay. A work shift came out.
You're right.
With a response. I'm like, yeah, that's what, if the bridge drop, the bridge is over, it's coming.
Right.
So okay. And then my man came out with another one. Just like, okay, the bridge is over. Kill that noise. Okay. This is what we're talking about. So and I tweeted, I was like, I like the fact that this is on wax. Ain't nobody said once that they was gonna kill nobody. Right. Ain't nobody say nothing about they goons, which is one of the dumbest words ever. The only goon I knew was Alice with Popeye. But
he loves Popeye. Alice the goon.
Yeah, but so it was on wax. It was hey, let's go to the court of public opinion. Who's killing it? And now the only difference is they pulling out personal shit. But goes back to what we said earlier. We should know all of this stuff. And not only should we not know, we shouldn't have access to it. And then if you do get access to it and you put it on wax, in real life, in real hip hop, and real age bracket, we don't care. If if Shan makes the bridge and KRS-One makes the bridge is over and was like, oh, by the way, your basement's dirty. What the hell? I've been over your house. Like,
you got rats.
Yeah, like, all right, man. I mean, unless you can make that like really.
So okay, so right there. So let's take it to the bridge. The bridge is over. So let's say Shan, because some people, I didn't see a lot of old school heads like us take any offense to it, but people said that, because Drake name dropped Pusha T's fiance, that he did something. It was an unwritten rule. It's like, going up for a layup. You don't undercut somebody going up for a layup. You let them get the layup, or you foul them, keep them on the ground.
Yeah, the bad boys did what the bad boys did. So what?
Right. So the question is, did you? I mean, like, if Shan had, if KRS said what he said, and then Shan said, well, I saw your wife, Miss Melody, she's fat. You know what I'm saying? And made it personal like that, and then KRS comes back. Do you have a problem with what Pusha T said, basically getting as personal as he did?
Drug dealing aside, ghost writing aside, let's have a heart-to-heart about your pride. Even though you're multi, I see that your soul don't look alive. The M's count different when baby divides the pie. Wait, let's examine why your music for the past few years been angry and full of lies. I started at the home front, I'm on one. Dennis Graham, stay off the gram, bitch, I'm on one. You mentioned wedding ring like it's a bad thing. Your father walked away at 5, hell of a dad thing. Marriage is something that Sandy never had, Drake. How you a winner, but she keep coming in last place. Monkey suit Dennis, you parade him. A Steve Harvey suit, nigga made him. Confused, always felt you weren't black enough. Afraid to grow it cause your fro wouldn't nap enough. Since you name dropped my fiance, let them know who you chose as your Beyonce. Sophie knows better as your baby mother. Cleaned her up for IG, but the stench is on her. A baby's involved, it's deeper than rap. We talking character, let me keep with the facts. You are hiding a child, let that boy come home. Deadbeat motherfucker playing border patrol. Ooh, Adonis is your son, and he deserves more than an Adidas press run. That's real. Love that baby, respect that girl. Forget she's a porn star, let her be your world. Yeah.
Nigga, Roxanne Shante is only good for steady fucking. I mean, Jesus Christ.
That was said.
I mean, LL talking to Ice-T.
Yes.
I'm gonna drop an ill paragraph soon. I took that cover right home to the bathroom. And the immortal words of LL hard as hell. Your broad wears it well. She's the reason that your record sold a few copies, but your rhymes are sloppy. So what? Wow. If you fucking...
I've forgotten about that.
I don't forget shit. So, nah. And here's the other thing. Drake had said the name, right?
Right.
To some me, I didn't even know who the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know who she was either until somebody told me.
Exactly. So it came to, so the fuck what? Oh, by the way, Nas and I got more in common. Get it?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, Jesus, it's not like, oh, nobody's ever done this before. Stop it.
Right. Condoms on the baby seat.
Yeah, I mean,
it's happened before.
Yeah,
that's why I said, like, I didn't see any old school cats getting like all being, I saw some young Thundercats like, yo, man, he went there. I mean,
because this is sensitive. We're in sensitive land.
Very, very sensitive.
So no, and then dude coming back like, yeah, you got a son. Like me, I'm like, so like you didn't even diss him though. You were like you got a fucking son by a stripper. I'm like, all these niggas got sons by strippers these days. So like, yeah, okay. I was kind of like, if you don't get on, if you don't have
Instagram model,
yeah, if you ain't smashing somebody that's shaking their ass on Instagram, you're probably not on. So that's why in my brain, that last song, the Adidas song, wasn't that dope. I was like, you didn't even like say some. It's your second shit. Say some shit about the shit he had just said.
I actually liked it because he went in, and I was like, okay, this is somebody who, I mean, we know the deal. I mean, Pusha can rap. I mean, Drake is not he's a rapper more than he is an MC. And I think,
sure.
And I think, it was going to be somebody who was going to force Drake to push his pen. I didn't have a problem with either one of them going, and like you said, the W freestyle was good. I thought Story of Adidas, whatever, Adidas, whatever it was called, I thought that was good. I had a problem with, and no disrespect to the OG.
No, disrespect to the OG. That motherfucker, why are you poking your nose in some shit that has nothing to do, don't have nothing to do with you, your record label, your fucking, your city, your state.
LL and Kool Moe Dee going at it. LL drops a song. Kool Moe Dee comes back with Jack the Rap. I mean, they're going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Minister Farrakhan comes in and steps in.
Nah, not even fucking Minister Farrakhan. Kool Moe Dee's going back. How you like me now? LL's coming back and fucking, and then all of a sudden Tone Loc is like, yo, like, who let you in here?
Hey, shouldn't you be on tour or something?
Oh, but since it's an OG, a fucking Melly Mel, like, yo, guys,
you guys need to squash it.
Like, nigga, here's the difference. I'm about to tell you the difference. The difference is, and this is a little complex, because in the 80s, maybe even the early 90s, one, that would have never happened.
Never.
It would have never happened. But let's go for the sake of argument. If it did happen, that motherfucker would have been the third in the beef. Both of them would have made record. Like, if you don't get your old ass out of this, it would have been the third song. In my brain, if Shan made the bridge and Cass One made the bridge is over, and and fucking Mantronics came out.
Shit. Damn.
It was like, yo, I'm not with the shits. No, dude, calm down. Shan and KRS-One would have made a song together called Fuck Mantronics. You don't get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man. I just, when JPrince got in the middle, I was like, okay, well, where's the connection? And then somebody said, well, yeah, his son introduced Drake to the game or whatever. I was like, okay,
so?
I get it. I was like, but come on, man, you can't. It looked bad for Drake because it's like you got an OG coming to you, and then he said, well, he has some verses. I heard some stuff in the song that it would have ended career. Come on, man. Ain't nobody got no bars that's gonna end nobody's careers.
No one, not these days. Back in the day, it could have been some shit. It was like, I mean, fuck, we didn't see Kool Moe Dee again. But and Shan was done. So, but a couple of things. One, I had to be reminded who the fuck JPrince was.
Rap a lot, baby.
Yeah. What's the first thing you think of when you hear Rap a Lot?
Oh, I think Ghetto Boys.
Yeah, and you know what this generation thinks?
What's that?
You should have been a cop. Fuck hip hop. Not from Houston, but a Rap a Lot. That's the only thing that they think. Right. Don't nobody know what the fuck JPrince is.
I can't name 3 artists on Rap a Lot right now.
If you don't get the fuck out of here. So one, I had to be reminded of who the fuck he was. 2, I'm like, why are you doing? This nigga went on a media blitz. Yes. He on the radio. He on Deezus and Mero. All of a sudden, then all of a sudden I was like, oh, you got a book out.
Right.
Oh, okay. Just say that, man. Don't front for us. Man. Just be like, yeah, I got a book out, y'all. You fucking read it, please. Don't get in the middle of it. Where was you at when fucking Meek Mill was battling this nigga for 5 years? Where was you at that day?
Right. Hey, Meek could have used some help.
Who in my brain is more popular than Pusha T.
And I'm pretty sure Meek Mill was probably like, okay, man, where did Pusha find these pictures and all of these stories? I could have used this in my beat.
Yeah. You could have put those in my Dropbox. But so yeah, I was just like, man, stop it. And he ruined the closest thing that we were going to get.
Because it was all, like you said, it was all on wax.
And nobody said a gun to the side of your White Sox hat. Nobody.
I forgot about that.
That's what I'm saying. When you talking beef and battles and battle records, man, we've done it all.
Right, seen it all, heard it all.
And how about this for size? Everybody that dissed and battled back and forth, they're still alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Them two niggas is dead that people want to bring up, never battled back and forth. There was no Biggie Response record ever.
This is true.
They didn't have a battle.
This is true because he was supposed to make one and Puff told him not to.
Right. He was being JPrince. So all the battles, LL still alive, Kubo D is alive, Karis One did Sprite alive. Commercials with Shan.
Right.
Dre and Cube are good. They were still they were getting cool with Easy. It's no problem.
Did a movie together.
Common and Cube the movie. Stop it. The only motherfucking niggas that got shot never battled.
Man, that's a great point. That is a great point. Man, I gotta say thanks and big ups to my boy Eclectic for coming through. As I mentioned in the intro, this is volume 1. We've got a couple more volumes coming, but once again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening, downloading, and subscribing. As always, I appreciate the love. So for my boy Eclectic, I'm your boy 12 Kyle. We'll catch you guys next time. 5 G's.